Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Home Built, and this week I've got to finish off the painting that I didn't finish last week. Alright, let's get straight into it and put some black on the underbody at the front of this car. Alright, now a light dust coat of light grey, just so I've got a base because the orange doesn't cover very well, and then we'll orange and clear. Alright, it's time to unmask and see what we got. Alright, we're all painted up down the base here and inside, so my next task is to try and mount up these horn grills and indicators I've got. So I started playing around with these a while ago, but I didn't get the indicators until later on, so it would have been good to actually fit these before I painted, but I had to keep rolling with the project. I couldn't just wait, so you can see here what I'm going for is the horn grill has to be mounted here and the indicator obviously in here. And I've had a go at cutting and trimming it out before, and basically it's a bit of suck it and see really. It's just sort of trim it, see if it fits, trim it, see if it fits, trim it, and just continually going backwards and forwards. My first step is to get in there and just try and get these to sit there when I'm holding them there in the right place. Alright, that was a nightmare. Trying to get this rubber on was a pain in the backside. These are brand new, genuine lights and genuine rubber, and it was really frustrating. But what I've come to the conclusion of now is trying to fit this in. The way this fiberglass guard is made up, I've cut out the hole and left this lower lip, but the lower lip is still pushing the light up too high. So my best bet is to chop it through here, let this hang down a bit, and I can potentially strap it up or something later and try and make a better mount, or maybe get rid of it completely and just mount the light straight into it. So let's start chopping. Just chopping this here has made such a difference. Now it sits in exactly where I want it. The line is nice all the way around, nice and neat, and it lines up nicely with the horn grill mounted in the right spot. So now it's time to start making up some mounting points. So this light mounts up from a hole on either end, and what I'm going to have to do is try and make up some tabs that I can actually screw this light into, because currently there is nothing there. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I can do some final adjustments when I go to fit it up for the final time, but I've still got a fair bit to do. When it's held up there, the line is pretty decent. It's not too bad. So now for the other side. So you can see here I've got this side mounted up, but I'm not really very happy. You can see this, the way this is mounted here, so I'm going to have to readjust the mount for this end of the light. It's looking a lot nicer. So now I need to put the rubbers in the bonnet and put the front bar on and see how it actually fits. This will sit up a bit higher when the front bar is on there. It's so much work, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. For such a little thing, there is so much work. All right, this gap here, the bonnet needs to come over this way a little bit, so I'm not overly concerned about that, but this is still sitting down a little bit and it just needs to be twisted up and back in this corner a little bit further. And so I just got to adjust that mount again. Yeah, it's far from the worst fitment of horn grills I've seen. I've just got to leave it for now. I can probably tweak it again a little bit more later, but I think now it's time to move on to the headlights. If you've been watching this build from the start, you might have seen that the car originally came with the ugly US only delivered sugar scoop headlights that nobody really likes, so I needed to replace them anyway, and I've gone and got some brand new snazzy looking items here. Let's go and start fitting them onto the car. Alright, and I'm still trying to get this to fit perfectly, but it's frustrating me a little bit, so I think it's time to take a break and have some fun facts with Mrs. Jeff.
Hi guys! Okay, fun fact of the day. Did you know the most powerful car that Porsche ever made was back in 1973? What they did was they created the 91730. This ran a 5.4 litre twin turbo flat 12 with a 1200 horsepower. It could do 0 to 100 k's an hour in 1.9 seconds, and not only that, but it could do 0 to 320 k an hour in 10.9 seconds. Its top speed was actually 385 k an hour, and to this day that's still 50 k an hour faster than the current 919 hybrid. Amazing, they were the good old days, right? Thanks guys!
Alright, with a little bit of sanding around the edges, I've managed to get the headlight to sit on nicely, and now I've used this bit of tape down the bottom here to mark where the centre of the mounting screw goes, and I've also marked the very base of where the headlight is. So take this off now and measure and try and find out where I need to put my mounting tab for it to screw into. There's the screw. I need to be able to screw that into a tab. Alright, that's it. It's all done. It's mounted in, it's nice and solid, so now I need to make another bracket up, exactly the same for the other side. Alright, that was easier than I expected. After all the headaches I went through mounting these horn grills and indicators in the front, the headlights went in really easily. I was trying to work out what globes to go with. The standard H4 globes are renowned to be pretty terrible. I've got a little assistant here. Hello. Very helpful. I got on eBay and I bought, are you happy? I got on eBay and I bought some LED globes. They come with a standard H4 plug fitting on the back, so they should plug into the standard loom and be a pretty easy replacement. I don't know how well they're going to work, but now I have to check to see if there's enough clearance in behind the headlight buckets to clear this heat sink. It looks like it's got a tiny little grub screw in the side, and from what I gather, I can take this off and flip it around and stick it back on again the other way. That's given me quite a bit more clearance in comparison with the other one. And like that, they fit. All right, we're all masked up. I'm just going to give it a quick dust of black. I will come back later and use some Sikaflex or something similar to make sure these tabs are nice and secure. But let's put some paint on. Wrapped up. The front end is actually starting to come together and actually starting to look like a car again. As I said before, the mounts I'm going to go through and I'll probably use some Sikaflex or epoxy or something to hold them into place a bit more securely, but they're all lined up and sitting there nicely now, which is fantastic. One thing that was a real pain in the backside was the rubbers around the indicators. It was just a real pain to hold it on. Once I actually worked out that it was easier to mount the top on screw it in, then do the bottom and then screw the face on. That was the easiest way to do it, because they just don't stay there, they just fall off. If anybody knows of anything to sort of stick the rubber down without permanently sticking it down, would be helpful. So let me know in the comments if you've got a tip for that. All right, as always, if you're enjoying the videos, please like, subscribe, and share the videos so hopefully we can grow bigger and I can keep bringing you more and more good stuff. And you can also follow me at Home Built by Jeff on Facebook and Instagram as well. All right, guys, see you next week.